YouTube, welcome back. So today I wanted to talk about unpaid internships, and I wanted to share my thoughts about it. And I want to just provide some insights. Um, Again, this video is like pretty unstructured. I'm just kind of talking as I speak. Um, I should probably do an outline, but this is gonna cover like why I don't do the outline. But anyways, do I think unpaid internships are worth it? Here's the thing. I think I think experience is important, but it's not something you could really see black. It's not black and white. There's more to just two sides. There's colors. There's multiple perspectives on this. So it's not like something like a yes or no answer. But I'm gonna say this. From like the person asking you or the department or hiring person asking you for the unpaid internship, they're getting a benefit. They're using you as to benefit themselves, while they're not paying at all. So you definitely deserve to get paid. And you deserve to get paid for your time, your labor, and nothing is free in society. So first, I think like asking for unpaid labor is very wrong, and if companies don't have budgets for it, then they simply don't deserve it, honestly. um that's what I think. It's very personal. Again, I'm not trying to like influence anyone, just for the record. But now whether you should do it or not, you probably know that and think like, yeah, it's okay. I still need this unpaid to do this unpaid internship. Well, here's when I think you should do it and when I think you should not do it. So I think you should do it. You should not do it just for the sake of getting experience. I made this mistake when I was younger. Um, and to be honest, like even if you have that experience, it's not gonna make much of a difference. So let me kind of start by explaining myself as well. When I started my YouTube channel, I didn't have too much experience, but I did a lot of unpaid work. I got a lot of experience later on in my career, but but did that like I'm still struggling now. It didn't help. So a lot of experience is not everything. It doesn't help that much. Employers, job ads, they require like experience and like tools like no one ever used or like rarely did people use. So with that being said, um, I mean, it's a hit or miss. Like if they're that picky, chances are they still won't like hire you. Um, so I'm just kind of telling you the reality of that. Um, they they still won't hire you. Even if they're that picky. And there's a lot of like ghost ads, meaning like they have the ad posted, but they already hired someone, or they're just looking to see what's out there in the market. They're not actually like hiring someone. So, um, it's not gonna it's not gonna make job hunting easier. That's just the truth of it. There's just a lot of rejection. Because there's just not a lot of real job ads. So what I've been doing, the few accounting positions I've been getting here and there, I think I think that's the market. There's just not a lot of like need for an accountant. No one really wants to pay someone to like just do that much work. They like the owners could like do their own financials. They typically do that, or they have someone else. Or sometimes they just leave it through the cracks, you know. Um, and that's just the reality of like this profession. Personally speaking, from accounting, I mean, I don't do like sales. I don't really do like sales. I mean, I have my own tutoring business. I've done like sales related responsibilities, but I mean, I don't. I didn't have like I had like a real stable career in accounting, so I could like only like really talk about that. I could also talk about tutoring as well. There's a lot of companies that hire, but there's also like a lot of like ads that are like that that don't. And about for a serious employer, yeah, I mean, if they have another candidate that's neck to neck, experience can make you stand out. So it is important. It's definitely important to do that. But I mean, my recommendation is that I think you should have it paid. Because you know, you could always do an unpaid internship. Eventually, a paid internship or a paid thing will come up. Um, that's what I believe personally. Um, and if if you can't find that like a paid a paid position in your field, there's always other opportunities that you could pursue. You could run your own business. You could do something commission based, really, that might give you experience. You could list that down on your resume. You could build like a career, build something out of that over doing something unpaid. Unpaid things is something you're sacrificing. That's time that you could be using to like learn, do something else, or even make other income. Really, it's you deserve to get paid for your work, and if you're just doing it for experience, I think that's the wrong thing. Now, I do think you should do something on paid stuff if you truly love what you're doing, and if you truly really enjoy that and you're having like fun. And people say they love their jobs, they love working, but like would they still love working even though they're not getting paid for it? Like I make these videos, I'm not getting paid. I was gonna come back to that too, and I said like in the beginning I'd come back to this point. But I love it. Like I love making these videos. It's entertaining. It's fun to me. Just like I like playing sports or video games. Like I'm not getting paid for it, but I do enjoy it. And if you want to do something like unpaid, you gotta I feel like you gotta enjoy it. You shouldn't be obligated to do it just for the experience, just for like the community. Um, so I mean, if you really want to like help your community and if you really care, I think you should do that. But again, I feel like they're kind of at the same time they're taking advantage of you. They're taking advantage of your enthusiasm to work. I mean, that's the reality of it. But if you have fun and it's something you really like to do and really want to do, I think you should do. I think it's totally fine pursuing unpaid internships or unpaid work. But that's only if you really like it. But what you shouldn't do is you shouldn't do it for the experience. Um, you also shouldn't do like jobs. You shouldn't stay in an environment where you don't like or where something you dread just for the experience, because it's not gonna pay off in the long run. Odds are it really won't. I mean, it can, but I mean, for me, like personally, again, like having more experience, I had little experience like when I first started, like, making my videos, and I have like 5 years of experience now. Yet I was probably more successful during that time when I only had like a few months of experience. So, like, I mean, that's saying a lot. It's not the end all be all. It helps. And I've been hired because like I had credentials. I had like the right credentials. I had the right experience. But I've also faced a lot of rejection. I got more opportunities when I had less experience. It's so my point is it's not the end all be all. And you shouldn't sacrifice like um you shouldn't sacrifice like your mental health, your um your I guess yeah, your mental health, your time, your efforts, your labor, just to do something that you think is a good investment. That's that's my take on that. Yeah, and I think, like any unpaid thing, unpaid um thing, like volunteer or unpaid internship, I think it's something that you should have like mutual interest as well. If you want to be there because you really like the community, you want to be a part of that community, and you really have fun being in their community, I think you should do that. But I think you should also have like the flexibility to like leave whenever. It shouldn't be like a commitment thing, and then like laborers, people that provide these opportunities should understand that that they're doing it for free. They should have the flexibility. And hey, it's like me making the YouTube videos. Why I don't like structure I mean, it could be better, yes, but I'm not getting paid at the same time. I'm just doing this for fun. And I like doing this, so that's why I'm continuing doing this. It's like my alternative to like playing football or watching sports. Just like I like watching the Niners or watching football or Netflix. I like doing this as well. I like talking, raising awareness. And that's why I'm continuing to do this. But do I do I need to be committed? Do I need to like post a video every day? Not really. Not really. I have more important stuff. I got to take care of my health. But I love it and that's why I'm doing it. But am I doing this for like a resume? I mean, not I mean, it can help in some situations like maybe like video editing. Like I could get like video editing positions or content creation or marketing. I could definitely put this in my resume, but I mean, am I expecting like should I just like do that solely for that? The answer is no. And with if you don't want to do an unpaid internship, like I said, you could like learn a skill, learn a code, like learn softwares. You could also like you could also do like a side hustle, run your own business, do a commission job, or you could even do something paid. Like it's totally. So my point is, it's only worth it if you're passionate about it, if you love it and you see it as fun, then do the unpaid position. But if you are just doing it to like advance your career, I think that's the wrong reason to do unpaid internships. Things will pop up if you can't find like a job other than like working at Starbucks or McDonald's. You'll find something. I mean, there's always opportunity for everyone, and you don't have to feel pressure to follow a career path. You just do what you want. We all need money. We all gotta like make a living out of like careers or hobbies or whatever that gives us bread and butter. So um having that having doing unpaid internships is not the way to go. It's not gonna help you like gain a position. It can. I mean, it's not like mutually exclusive. So, like I mean, I've done a lot of unpaid stuff. So I was a student advisor, advising like small and emerging companies in my program during my MBA. I was also a peer tutor during my undergrad. I was club secretary for one of my at my community college for the business club. I volunteered at a ton of places. but I've made it like a career, but like, d- do I think like those made a difference? Like, probably not. I could have probably still gotten to where I am, without them. So I'm just kind of giving the reality of it. Yeah, that's all. That's all my spiel for today. Thanks for listening.